This song is about praising their wives, about recognizing they have one woman for life.
By the way, you can't speak, but you can hum. You can say, How are you guys doing? This is Sahar TV, and I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered what it's like experiencing Shabbat or Shabbat dinner? In this video, we'll see a travel vlogger, Peter Santanello, going to a Jewish community to spend Shabbat dinner with them. If you've ever wondered what it's like, this video will show everything. Let's watch.
Disclaimer, this video was filmed by a non-Jew, that being me, under special guidance from rabbinical authorities. I've been instructed to say filming on Shabbat without the guidance of a rabbi is strictly forbidden. Sometimes when making videos, well, you fall behind the time. And right now we're off to Shabbos. How much time do we have? 7 minutes?
We have 7 minutes until the women light candles. And at that point, the whole world stops.
The whole thing about Shabbos is removing yourself. And the camera is not part of that. So I have to shoot it in a very interesting way, right?
Yeah.
That I don't know of yet.
Let me open my car because
Do I need my suit?
You can get it later. I need to get myself now because I can't open my car.
So I can walk in there without a suit? It's not disrespectful?
This is the Shabbos rush.
Shabbos rush. Is this normal?
This is normal, but it shouldn't be normal. Like I should be ready for Shabbos earlier, but that's my life.
We're on ST though, Shlomi time.
Yeah, Shlomi time.
Every time before Shabbat comes in, I started keeping Shabbat not too long ago. Every time before Shabbat comes in, everything is incredibly stressful. You have to finish so many things. You have to set the lights the right way. You have to cook and prepare the house. Very hectic period, but then when Shabbat comes in, it's bliss.
Time is fluid.
Everyone's had COVID here?
I believe so.
Okay.
Hello.
If so, no mask.
Okay, so these are our hosts.
Hello.
Is that on?
That's on. You can stop if you want.
For 1 second. Sure. Hi, welcome.
Peter.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. Can I shake her?
Yeah, shake
We're
mine.
Okay.
He'll shake for me.
Okay. Nice to meet
Sharni.
you
Nice
too.
to meet you.
So
Welcome to our
thank you
home.
for inviting me.
So part of Shabbos for us is that, we shut off all electronics and all of our social media and we sort of disconnect.
Yes.
So this is something that we're going to pretend is not here.
Okay.
And we're actually not going to talk to the camera at all. So no questions to us with the camera. We'll talk to you, obviously.
So if I ask a question, I can ask a question?
Sure.
But the camera will be somewhere else.
Right.
Guys, Jewish women are so powerful. Like he said on the way, I don't know how that's going to happen. As soon as he comes in, boom, she instructs him what to do. Do this, we're going to talk directly to you. Everything is organized. The boss of the house. Jewish women are incredible.
Gotcha.
So no cameras hey, Sharni, what's going on now? None of that.
This.
Right.
Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is when we get into it, we're going to get into conversation and eating, and I actually have no idea because I've never done this, but I will walk away with the camera sometimes, go into a different room, and explain to my best of my abilities what is going on. From what I understand, this is a very beautiful ceremony where everyone just takes time for each other and kills all the minutiae of life. The cell phone, the camera, the tasks, the shopping, even building. There are rules, I'll explain them to you. Even rules such as painting the deck, no go. The reason is life is busy, life is chaotic, right? With kids and you need to rest. And I don't think many people do it better than you guys, right? Does it help you balance your week, would you say?
Of course. Sometimes I wonder how people do without Shabbos. There's never a stop. We have this hard stop.
Okay.
And we can regroup and we can reconnect and then we start again.
Gotcha.
So,
And it's just so you know, even business people shut off their phones and their businesses on Shabbat, knowing that it might hurt their business. It's insane.
Every week, 52 weeks a year.
Every week, 52 weeks a year.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
Once I light these candles, we're gonna pretend this camera's not here. I light one for myself, one because I'm married, so that would be 2. And then I light one for every child I have. Hence, the
So
candelabra.
some people have huge ones then.
Right.
I've heard some families 15 kids.
Sure. Well, my husband has one of 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So his mother lights
Yes.
Quite a lot.
Nice, beautiful Streimel.
Nice.
So has everyone had COVID?
Yes, everyone has had COVID, including our children. I think maybe, we don't know if she actually got it, but I don't know if babies actually get it. We don't know. But everyone else has had COVID.
Every adult's had COVID.
Every adult and every child.
This is Peter,
Wow.
my wife, Mushki. This is baby Mayor.
This is Shlomi. Shlomi, who has done the most remarkable work of setting all of this up. Where's his beautiful family?
And we have another daughter, but
missing-
she's playing summer. We'll
She's
find her
fine.
eventually.
Okay. So we have how many minutes before we have to?
Like 3.
Beautiful
If
kitchen.
only the camera could smell.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Let me just
I don't think you understand what it's like going into Shabbat with the amazing smell of home-cooked food, with your family getting ready to eat it, and everything just stops. It's amazing. It's incredible. Really, I can't really describe. You have to experience it for yourself.
grab.
This is a nice zone to be in. What's up, guys? Are you ready for Shabbos? Is it a good time? How do you feel about it?
A lot of fun. We get to go to no school. We get to play with our friends. It's very fun. It's a big break of school.
My 13-year-old daughter bakes these. So these are her works of art. All different types, but it's basically
I think these 3 challahs are burned. I'm not sure. But they look like it. I'm sure the inside is incredible.
the same few ingredients.
Can I ask one question before we get into the bread? I'm trying to understand fashion. You're Hasidic, correct?
Yes,
And you're wearing this belt.
I am.
It's very flashy and trendy. And is this normal or no? Is it not? Or it depends the sect of Hasidim you're coming from.
I think it's like anything else in life. People find their balance within the world.
Okay.
So you have extremism in anything in life, in politics, in food, in any culture. And so I think it's about people finding their medium, their balance. And for me, fashion was always interesting to me, and I always enjoyed it. So I found a way to incorporate it into my world and still stay, recognizably a Jewish woman.
And you define yourself as a Hasidic Jewish woman,
Yes,
correct?
I do.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
It's a very it's a very confusing landscape, and I'm figuring out as I go along. And it's very there's so many different levels.
Yep.
And I just
All right.
want to make that
Yes.
clear. Okay, the bread.
Yes.
The
Okay.
bread.
So there you go. That's the bread, and we're gonna later we'll cut it and we make a blessing on it.
Okay.
And it's part of our entry to the Shabbos after the prayers.
Shabbos is something that is rare in the world. There's so much happening every week. You have social media and the internet, and people have televisions, and there's a lot going on. And the way I see Shabbos is, God comes and says, Shlomi, you need a break. Everybody needs a break. And some people see it as like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Look at all the things you can do. I'm here spending time with my child. We all spend family time. We eat, we drink, we really have a good time. It's an amazing thing that we're blessed to have, and I will not be able to live life without it.
Have you ever skipped it?
Not
Because you
once.
travel a lot. You travel a lot.
Yeah. So
How do
first
you
of
do
all, I always try to be home for Shabbos, no matter what. And I travel a lot. Sometimes I'm embarrassed to say this, but once or twice a year I can't make it home for Shabbos, so I'll be out. But I really try to always be home for Shabbos.
If you're anywhere in the world, you come back.
I come
your
back
family?
to wherever they are, or I bring them with me. We try to be together for Shabbos.
You travel a lot. Like
Yeah.
you've been to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I was alone.
You've
So
been to
when I went to Saudi
Afghanistan.
Arabia, I was there for Shabbos. My family didn't come with me. I was alone in my room, and the lights were on the entire time. The AC was on the entire time. It's a hot country. It was freezing. I couldn't touch it.
You're probably asking yourself, how do Jews manage to keep Shabbat and have kosher food when they travel? So there's an organization called Chabad, which is actually spread all around the world. No matter which country you go to, other than a few, you can find a Chabad house which will host you, prepare dinner, sell you kosher food, and provide you with everything you need for Shabbat.
I was wearing a blanket.
You couldn't touch the. What are some of the basic tenets? You can't touch the power.
You don't utilize them. Well, you can utilize it. If the lights are on, they can stay on. But we're not going to light a fire. We're not going to cook. We're not going to use our phones.
Okay.
It's complete disconnect from everything. Now, I want you to understand the kind of sacrifices that people make for Shabbos. We believe that Shabbos, in Hebrew we say it's the Mekor HaBracha. It means it's the source of all blessing. I know people who've walked away from $1 million deals because there was going to be a problem for Shabbos. There was recently a story of a woman who was training for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And the training was going to be taking place on Shabbos, and she gave up on her lifelong dream of being part of the Olympics because Shabbos, and she's not going to desecrate Shabbos. That's like the red line. We do not pass Shabbat. That's before and after the Second World War when Jews came. There wasn't a proper infrastructure set up here for Jewish life, specifically not for Hasidic Jewish life, Orthodox Jewish life, and Shabbos was very rare. The Jews who lived here, a lot of them weren't religious. And in those days, everybody worked. We worked 7 days a week. There were no exceptions. So there were people who would get a job. On Friday, the guy would come to the boss and say, Shabbos, I'm going to have to leave early. You're fired. So he'd get fired. Next week, Sunday, he had to look for a job. There were men who would get fired every single week. They'd get fired and get rehired again. And they torture themselves to keep Shabbos.
You just made me feel terrible because I had an employee that was Jewish, and she always says Saturday is my day off.
Okay.
Rest. She's like trying to be a really good employee and say,
Sure.
you can send me some work stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would.
Right.
And I never knew the importance of it.
So you learn something new every day.
Yeah. Sorry, Rachel. I didn't mean that.
Just like I said, people with hedge funds, people with multi-million and multi-billion-dollar businesses would disconnect from the business, shut off their phones, be with their family, spend time with friends, spend time with their wives and kids. And it's truly an amazing feeling.
Now I know.
But it's so important to understand. There was a man who had a sukkah. You've been to a sukkah,
Yeah.
right? You know, people put up all sorts of decorations. He would put up his pink slips. In the old days when you used to get fired, you got a pink slip.
Yeah.
He decorated his sukkah with tens of pink slips from every week that he got fired to show his family how important Shabbos was to him. That he was willing to give up his job. And in those days, if you didn't have a job, you could freeze to death. You could starve. There weren't the same social nets that we have today.
Yeah.
And people really sacrifice for this. It's an unbelievable thing, and I'm so glad you're going to be here to experience it.
My job right now is to go around the house, make sure every light is on to the bathroom.
Okay.
Because if the light is off in the bathroom, you can't use it.
We're not going to be talking to the camera anymore, so you're welcome to be here. Please come, enjoy, eat, drink, have fun.
Can I talk to you guys?
You can talk to us, but we can't talk to the camera. So basically the way it would work is that if you won't be recording, I can explain to you what's going on, and then you can explain to your audience what's happening.
Okay.
One of the important things the rabbis told us was that we're not going to dictate to you what to do. So you are here because you want to be here. You can film whatever you want. You can choose when to film, when to stop, when to cut. It's your show. We're here. We're doing our thing. You do your thing. And
You're basically like this camera here. This guy.
Okay.
except you're going to get to eat all the delicious food, and
Right.
the camera won't.
Exactly.
How many rabbis did you talk to?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different rabbis to make this happen. Yeah.
Wow.
The way to actually bring in the Shabbos is to make a blessing over lights, over candles.
Okay.
So we make a blessing. It's our time to meditate. It's our time to pray for our families. You'll see my girls will cover their eyes. They will bring in the Shabbos.
Guys, I'm having a problem, okay? This video is already 12 minutes and 30 seconds long, and they said at the beginning of the video that it's going to be 7 minutes until Shabbat comes in, and they still haven't lit the candles. Something with the timeline is weird. I don't know if it was actually 7 minutes, but yeah.
With their hands like this.
Okay.
They will cover their eyes. They'll meditate. They'll make a blessing, and that's how we'll start.
And the
our
lights go
Shabbos.
off?
No, everything stays on. So
Okay.
lights stay on. We just don't touch them. Once they're on, they're on.
All night.
Yeah.
Okay, just to do this right, from this moment on, I'm not asking you any questions if a camera's near me.
Right.
I want you to be so proud of me.
They're going to pray. The men are going to pray. I can't talk to them with the camera on.
Wait, he needs a coat.
Hope you can see this. A little dark out. And these hats, this Dremel, is used for holiday times. Very stylish. Look very warm for the winter. And so I was told everyone in here has had COVID, except for 2 people with masks on. So I'm gonna feel this out. I don't want to get in a tight space with a lot of people, and I sort of have to be like undercover. They're saying don't hold the camera up. Just another day. Guys, I love it when we can go into different worlds together. I love doing it, and I love that you guys doing it, because if you didn't, I wouldn't be able to. Well,
a lot of people are actually curious about what it's like having Shabbat dinner. And this video, I'm sure we'll be able to show you a little bit of the experience, but the best way to do it is to actually be invited to a Shabbat dinner. If you're ever in Israel or anything like that, if you're ever invited to a Shabbat dinner, that's the best way to actually experience it.
At least make videos out of it. Okay. Okay, a little awkward because Shlomi said keep the camera down, and you could see some people. I don't think they knew I was coming in, so they, I don't want to disrupt that, but you could get enough of a idea what's going on. I wanted to do this right, get the proper attire. How do you guys like this so far? Pretty interesting. Here we go. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. They can't turn the light on. I turned the light off when I left the bathroom, and they're not allowed to touch any of the lights. So I have to turn it back on. Quite interesting. There we go. Shlomi said before, this song says it's about welcoming the angels.
That's a song being sung by most Jews before the Shabbat dinner starts. It fills the room with this amazing holy vibe that I can't explain, I can't describe.
This song is about praising their wives, about recognizing they have one woman for life, and their dedication to that.
The song is called Eshet Chayil, and you're supposed to sing it to your wife. And some people memorize it by heart. I don't. It's going to take time for me to remember, but you're supposed to sing it to your wife. And yeah, still got to work on that.
Something like that. So the bread is the challah, and this is the challah cover, blanket, and the bread is very sacred in Hasidic or Jewish culture. So I guess we're gonna bless the wine and then get into the bread. So they tell this all to me when the camera's down. We're doing all of what the rabbis told us to do. I can talk here, but they can't talk to us. So I'll try my best to get it right. So I was told we're coming up on the best moment here. So they wash their hands, and until they eat the bread, they cannot talk. So Shlomi was saying there's a lot of nonverbal cues going on.
And usually during that time, you have the most important thing in the world you want to say. So these few minutes are the most difficult time of the Shabbat dinner because you want to speak, but you can't. You have to remain silent.
I guess kids can talk though. Wow. Humming, whistling.
By the way, you can't speak, but you can hum. You can say, So people literally communicate with one another by humming. Like, hey, get the bread?
My birthday's in 2 days.
Starting with the bread here, nice warm bread. So this is Moroccan salmon, and I was wondering what that could be because I've never heard of Moroccan salmon, but it's the preparation, it's the spices, I believe. We'll see. We have a fish, and I don't know what that sauce, but it looks tasty.
The fish on Shabbat. Impeccable.
Hummus, different sauces I'm gonna taste here, all homemade. Looks like a lot of time went into this. Very nice. Onions. I see some peppers over here.
They're supposed to be nice to not cheese. I don't want to share my company. You just threw up.
So the Torah says at every meal you have to have wine, fish, meat, and challah, bread. But you can freestyle a little bit. See, we got some pesto, baba ganoush. That's obviously Jewish, but pesto is in mushrooms, different types of fish. So we just had a conversation about the family unit, and it's a puzzle. So, husband and the wife from the Torah have defined roles. The husband's supposed to provide monetarily, keep the house going, roof over everyone's head, and the woman is the provider for the children, the caretaker, takes care of the home life. I don't think this is any surprise, but they were saying there's equality in it, whereas he makes the majority of the money. She also makes money and works. She does the majority of the raising of the children. He also jumps in as a very hands-on father. He even changes diapers, I was told. But they're very much into their traditional roles. And by doing so, they say there's no confusion, there's no arguing over what should be done. It's very clear what needs to be done. And there's equality in the relationship, just different roles in the relationship. Shlomi was just revealing that he loves Shabbos for the fact that he has to put his phone away. He's a little bit addicted to his phone, like most of us. And in Shabbos, well, he can't look. And he also quit smoking the very minute before Shabbos, I think many years ago. So, another thing that was just mentioned at the table was some coworkers around some of these guys here are always like, I wish I was Jewish. Why? Why would you want to be Jewish? Because you have Shabbos. You can put it all away, and it doesn't feel like a burden to me. It doesn't feel like someone's missing out from anything. It feels more like they're gaining.
You don't have to be Jewish to keep Shabbos. I think Charlie Kirk keeps Shabbos, but he's not Jewish. He's Christian. So my recommendation to you is you don't have to go all out. Turn off your phones, be with your family, spend time with your wife, children, and after Shabbat is over, or after 25 hours are over, from Friday to Saturday, you'll feel an amazing connection to your household and an amazing connection, I don't know if you believe, to God.
There's connectivity, no silly distractions, and it's like a very firm rule. So there's no going over the line. It's very clear. This is the maid.
Shabbos a burden?
No.
Why not?
Because there's no school.
Guys, I'm going to pause the video right here because I don't want to take all the views from Peter, but you can tell something magical is happening in this video. People are connecting. Everybody speaks to one another. There's no distraction, just quality time with your loved ones. And on this note, I'd like to tell you a personal story. About 3 months ago, I had a personal challenge. So I reached my mentor and told him about the issue, and he recommended, he said, hey, if you want to solve this issue, do as I say. Keep one Shabbat and see if it solves your issues. So I was a bit skeptical, but because of everything that I do with Jewish advocacy, Israel, Palestine, all of this, I decided to keep it because I felt more connected to my Judaism. The week following that Shabbat, all of my social media platforms exploded. The subscribers on my YouTube channel were going through the roof. The views were insane. My financial situation improved drastically. The relationship with my wife became stronger. This Shabbat experience was amazing. So the fact that he said that a lot of people walked away from millions of dollars to keep Shabbat. By the way, I walked away from pretty powerful interviews that I was supposed to be having on Shabbat because it was on Shabbat. And they never happened. But a lot of different blessings came my way ever since. So this video is amazing. It really shows what it's like experiencing a Shabbat dinner, being with your family, speaking to one another, having fun, uniting. Beautiful video. I'll include the link to the full video in the description so you can watch the whole thing. There's not a lot left. There's like another 10 minutes left. But thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support me financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links in the description. If you'd like to join our Discord, it's in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.